my nerdlings. If you're new here, my name is Nikki. Welcome to my channel where we get nerdy. Today, I'm going to do a book tag. As you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, it's called the Contradictions Book Tag. So these are all ones of like, I love this book, but I hate this cover. Or I love this and I hate this. Or I hate this and I love this. That type of thing. So, I will leave in the description bar down below the questions. I got this idea from Mel at Mel Reads. She did it like forever ago, and I was perusing YouTube trying to find different book tags and challenges to do for something fun. Saw this and I loved her video, so I figured I'd give it a try. First question. I love this genre, but I didn't love this book. And for me, I am going to go with Go the Distance by Jen Calaneta, or Calanita. I love retellings. I love Greek retellings. But oh my stars. I think this might be the worst one I ever read. Like, if it's your favorite book, go right ahead. Love it. Go, you do you. Just for me, this was not what I was looking for. Second question. I rarely read this genre, but I love this book. And I'm going to go with Pachinko by Minjin. I hardly read historical fiction. I hardly read literary fantasy. I don't think I've ever read a generational book until I read Pachinko. And it was an extremely moving book, like got me down to my core, but I don't think I'm gonna ever read the same genre again. Number 3, I love this trope, but I didn't love this book. So bear with me when I say that I love the age gap trope. However, within reason. If we're talking, 5 to 10 years, I'm good. Anything over that, it's weird. And in The Ravenous Dark, there's a 400-year age gap, and that's too big of an age gap. Number 4, I hate this trope, but I love this book. And I have 2 for this, for the same trope. And it is Unrequited Love. And I'm going to stretch this for one of them. This is why I picked 2, because it's debatable if it fits my initial thought. My initial thought was Wicked Fox by Kat Cho, because Ji-hoon doesn't have feelings for someone else in the book, and they have very strong feelings for him. But so it's like the strong feelings that person B has for Ji-hoon, it can be debated that it's out of just because childhood friends, growing up together, that type of thing. But it also could be argued that they have, romantic feelings because of the fact they grew up together. You know what I mean? And then my other unrequited love, I'm going to go with Mortal Instruments. You have Simon, who's absolutely infatuated with Clary, and then you have Alec, who's head over heels for Jace, and it's not requited by any stretch of the means. You know what I mean? So that one is more obvious than Wicked Fox. Question number 5. I love this author, but I didn't love this book. And I'm going to go with Carrie Maniscalco. Granted, I have not read her Kingdom of the Wicked series, but I've read all of Stalking Jack the Ripper, and I enjoyed stalking Jack the Ripper and hunting Prince Dracula and capturing the devil, but I loathed Escaping from Houdini. That was the middle book that didn't need to exist, period, at all. It was kind of, I say that Rick Riordan has a fourth book syndrome. She definitely seems to have a third book syndrome, at least in that series. So, number 6. I previously disliked a book by this author, but I loved this book. And I'm going to go backwards on this, because I loved the beginning part of the Disney Villains series by Serena Valentino, but as I got further into it, they just for me in quality. So I loved Fairest of All, and I enjoyed Poor Unfortunate Souls, but as we went, it's just like, no thank you. Number 7, I love this cover, but I didn't love this book. And I'm going with These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. This cover is stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. Like, if it was a piece of artwork, I would hang it up in my house. I love this cover. But this book was the epitome of a disappointment. Do not sell me 1920s Shanghai Romeo and Juliet retelling and not deliver me a 1920s Shanghai Romeo and Juliet retelling. I need that. So, I want to get what you're saying I'm going to get. Number 8, and this is the last question. I don't love this cover, but I loved this book. And I'm going to go with Warrior of the Wild by Trisha Levenseller. I love this book. It's an amazing story. However, this cover does it a disservice. Like, if it just had it needs to be redone. If it had a more beautiful cover, I think it would be a lot more captivating and have a lot higher audience that has read it, because the cover's just bleh. It is a lot of gray. It is very boring, in my opinion, and I think it could be improved astronomically. So, this was the Contradictions Book Tag, and I am actually going to tag people to do it. I don't know who I'm going to tag, but I'm going to tag people, and I want to see you do it. I have an idea of who I want to see do it, so I want to see you do it. Like the video if you did, comment down below some of your contradictions, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and until next time, you are loved and you are valid.